Imagine your wallet making a DeFi move while you were away from your keyboard. Not because a hacker got in, but because you gave an AI permission to act. That is the idea behind an AI agent wallet. This stopped being just a futuristic crypto idea when MetaMask opened early access for its agent wallet on June 8, 2026. The important part is not that AI can click buttons. The important part is that wallets are becoming permission systems for both people and software. In plain English, an AI agent wallet is a crypto wallet designed so autonomous software can request or initiate on-chain actions. The human still sets the boundaries. The agent can act inside those boundaries, and riskier actions can be blocked, reviewed, or require approval. This is not a wallet that guarantees better trades. It is not a replacement for understanding what you approve. Think of it more like giving a very fast assistant a locked toolbox. The assistant can use the tools you allow, but the lock design matters a lot. Crypto can be slow and repetitive for active users. You compare prices, check routes, approve tokens, sign transactions, and monitor positions. An agent wallet tries to reduce the clicking by letting software handle routine steps, while the wallet enforces rules around what it may actually do. The agent is the software brain. It could read instructions, watch markets, compare protocols, or follow a strategy. The wallet is the gatekeeper. The agent may decide what it wants to do, but the wallet decides whether that action fits the human's rules before anything reaches the blockchain. MetaMask describes Agent Wallet as self-custodial. That means the user is not meant to hand funds to an exchange account or let a centralized bot hold everything. In the self-custody model, the user controls the wallet keys, while the agent receives limited authority to operate. Picture a user who wants an agent to swap a small amount of stablecoins when a certain condition appears. In a normal wallet, the user would manually open a dApp and sign. In an agent wallet, the agent can prepare the action, but only within the rules already set by the user. The key idea is controlled autonomy. You are not choosing between full manual control and full blind trust. You are creating a zone where the agent can move quickly, plus a boundary where human approval comes back into the process. The first boundary is a spending limit. A wallet can restrict how much value the agent can move in a day, per transaction, or across a policy period. If the agent tries to go beyond that limit, the action should stop or ask the human first. The second boundary is an allow list. Instead of letting the agent interact with any contract on the internet, the user can limit it to approved protocols or destinations. This matters because many wallet disasters begin with one bad approval to one bad contract. If this kind of wallet security breakdown helps you understand crypto without the hype, consider subscribing. We explain the mechanisms, the trade-offs, and the risks, so the next new crypto term feels less confusing when it shows up in your feed. Another control is two-factor approval. If the agent tries something suspicious, outside policy, or unusually risky, the wallet can send the human a mobile or email approval request. The point is simple. Automation can move fast, but important exceptions should still hit a human checkpoint. Before a transaction is signed, simulation tries to answer a basic question. If this transaction happens, what changes? It can show expected token movements, approvals, and balance changes. This is like previewing the result before letting the agent press send. Threat scanning is the next layer. It looks for known scam patterns, malicious contracts, suspicious approvals, or dangerous destinations. It is not perfect because new attacks appear all the time, but it can catch many obvious traps before the agent turns an instruction into an irreversible transaction. MEV protection is about what happens while a transaction is being executed. On public blockchains, bots can sometimes see pending transactions and try to extract value by reordering or sandwiching them. Protection tools try to reduce that leakage, especially for trades. MetaMask's launch messaging describes a default guard mode built around limits, allow lists, and approval requirements. It also describes a more permissive mode for users who want fewer prompts. The beginner takeaway is that convenience and control sit on a slider, not a switch. A blockchain does not understand your intention in normal language. It understands signed transactions. The agent may produce a plan, but the wallet must turn allowed actions into signatures. Once signed and confirmed, the blockchain treats the transaction as real, even if the agent misunderstood the situation. A normal wallet mostly waits for the human. You connect to a site, read a prompt, and click sign. That can be safer because you are in the loop, but it can also be tedious. An agent wallet adds software that can act between your intentions and your signatures. A smart wallet usually means wallet logic is partly handled by smart contracts. It may support recovery, session keys, spending rules, or batched transactions. An AI agent wallet can use similar ideas, but the focus is different. It is built around a software agent making requests over time. An exchange trading bot usually operates inside one company's platform. The exchange often holds the account infrastructure and controls the environment. A self-custody agent wallet is different because it connects to on-chain protocols directly, while the user keeps custody and sets the agent's permissions. Some parts are on-chain and some are off-chain. Token balances, approvals, contract calls, and final transactions live on-chain. The agent's reasoning, prompts, instructions, and user interface usually happen off-chain. That split matters because an off-chain mistake can still create an on-chain transaction. One major risk is prompt injection. That is when malicious text tricks an AI system into ignoring normal instructions or following hidden ones. In a crypto setting, a fake website, token description, or message could try to influence the agent into making a bad request. Another risk is malicious contracts. A transaction can look like a simple action, but actually grant broad token approval, route funds somewhere unexpected, or call a dangerous function. This is why simulation and scanning matter. But it is also why users should avoid giving agents wide permission by default. The biggest user mistake may be overbroad permission. If you allow every protocol, every asset, and a large spending limit, the agent has a huge playground. The safer pattern is boring but powerful. Smaller limits, fewer destinations, and clearer tasks reduce the blast radius of mistakes. Even when nothing is hacked, an agent can still make a poor move. It can misread data, act on stale information, trade into thin liquidity, or get a worse price than expected. Wallet security can reduce transaction danger, but it cannot make every financial decision wise. MetaMask has described transaction protection coverage for transactions deemed safe, with terms and limits. Beginners should not treat any coverage program like a magic force field. Coverage can have conditions, exclusions, and maximum amounts. The first defense is still careful permission design. If a beginner experiments with agent wallets, the first practical idea is separation. Do not start by connecting an agent to your main long-term wallet. A separate wallet with a small amount of funds can limit damage while you learn how the permissions behave. The second idea is narrow permission. Give the agent one job at a time. Maybe it can swap only a small asset, only through selected protocols, and only below a daily limit. If the task is narrow, the agent has fewer ways to surprise you. The third idea is human approval for anything risky. Large outflows, new contracts, new assets, leverage, bridges, and unfamiliar destinations should not be fully hands-off for most users. The more complex the action, the more valuable the human checkpoint becomes. The fourth idea is maintenance. Check what the agent did. Review approvals. Revoke permissions you no longer need. Update allow lists when your plan changes. In crypto, a permission you forgot about can matter months later, especially if a connected contract or key becomes compromised. People are paying attention because this changes the wallet from a passive signing tool into an operating system for on-chain activity. If agents become common, wallets will not only store assets, They will define what machines are allowed to do with those assets. There are still open questions. How well will users understand the policies they create? How often will agents make useful decisions compared with noisy ones? How will support, insurance, and accountability work when software acts semi-autonomously? Early access means the category is still developing. The best mental model is not, I gave my wallet to AI. It is, I gave software a limited operating license. The quality of that license decides the risk. A good license says what can move, where it can move, how much can move, and when I must approve. AI agent wallets could make on-chain tasks faster and less manual. They also expand the attack surface because now prompts, policies, scans, contracts, and signatures all interact. The useful question is not whether automation is good or bad. It is how much authority you are actually giving away. So here is the question for you. Would you let an AI agent control a small test wallet if the limits were strict, or does that still feel too risky? Drop your questions in the comments and suggest the next wallet or DeFi security topic you want explained.